someone.
And welcome to Jumping the Turnstile, back from hiatus.
Yes.
Timmy Taco, Sean and Arf, how you doing, boys?
Good, thanks. Good. And let me just say, it's Friday.
It's rivet time.
It's time for a rivet.
Yep.
Quickly
Batten
turned
down
into
the hatches.
quickly turned into my favourite kind of beer. Believe it or not.
A cheap one.
Yeah.
It's cheap.
And one that I incidentally just spilled straight onto my crotch. So it's good start to the show. Spilling beer all over your cock and all balls.
That's right. But it's no better way to do a podcast than a little bit wet. But yeah, it's good to be back in. Good to see you guys.
I don't know about that.
And also
And
it's
cheers
good
to see
to
you.
you boys. And cheers to the listeners. Settle in, crack a cold one, and jump the turnstile with us.
settle in.
That's
and
correct.
jump.
And we've been on a little bit of a hiatus. As you know, in Melbourne, we're in a bit of a, I don't know what you'd call it, bit of a time out. We'll call it, go to your room. Don't come out until you're
That's putting
sorry.
it rather politely.
Yes, but we just haven't felt the desire to talk.
No.
Would you say that's a fair assessment?
Yes, I would. Personally, I've been trying to get a podcast going for 3 weeks, and you were just telling me nothing's funny anymore.
Well, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all, Tim.
Okay, all right. So I'm out of here. Yeah. So,
Yes.
what's happening over your way, Sean?
Oh, about the same as everybody else. Just locking down, saving lives, staying apart, keeping together, and just really...
Separating.
Yeah.
Staying safe, yeah.
Yeah. No, just trying to enjoy the sunshine. We've been getting a little bit of sunshine in. Springtime has sprung. And
Definitely.
with that comes the unavoidable sense of, niceness that comes with a bit of sunshine, bit of warmth.
Well, I know that every time I call
Yeah.
Jezbot now, he's out in the garden toiling. You're one of those guys that gets out there with the scissors and cuts the grass manually.
Yeah, I've been up to me wrists in it, boys. I've got my sunflower seeds in today, more potatoes. The potatoes are in, but I've sort of moved them around the garden. I've got artichokes. I've got my basils starting to come up, my spring onions.
Yep.
It's all happening out there. Just had a massive harvest of lemons.
Anything that's nice to eat.
spring
You
has
just
definitely-
listed a lot of things I don't like to eat. You got your rhubarb, you got your lemon,
Your silver beet.
your silver beet, yeah. Spring onions, they're always a springtime favourite, aren't they?
Yeah, I've got some shallots. Got
Ooh.
them in.
Yeah.
Nice.
You can get some topical cream for that, Jezbot.
I will, Tim. I'll put that on my little list next time
And-
I venture outside.
Shallots aren't to be confused with baby onions. I was buying baby onions thinking that I was shallotting a lot.
Yeah.
It turned out that I was actually cooking little onions.
You were shanotting.
Yeah, the baby onion is the shallot when you're not.
Yeah, but it's buyer beware. It's like a teacup piglet. There's no such thing. They're just starved pigs.
Yeah.
And you bring them home. And they grow into full size pigs.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's a waste of teacups.
It sure is, but you can use them again. And I don't want to go on to our usual topic of just whack them in the dishwasher, but dishwashers are a great topic for the podcast.
It's so funny that you mentioned that, Tim, because we've been a little bit off topic lately in the last few episodes, and I felt the real need to bring it back. So I've delved deep into the depths of dishwasher news to find
here
some
we go.
dishwasher stories. And
Loving it.
this is a bit of synchronicity. I thought I'd be like dropping this bomb saying, "Hey boys, I thought I'd bring
Back
it
to
back. Here's
basics."
a dishwasher
Yeah.
story," and everybody would be like, "Oh, what a brilliant idea!" Even though it's
dishwashers.
pretty
Isn't that a good idea? That's an idea we haven't
I
had for
didn't
a
have that
while.
opportunity. You took that opportunity from me, but what you did do is provide me the opportunity to drop in here.
Well, drop some knowledge on us.
To be honest, there's not much dishwasher news, but the thing that I did find interesting, the most notable thing, was that there was a site entirely dedicated to dishwasher news.
Okay, what's their top? What's their top
Got me.
story? What's their leading story?
Well, a lot of it is to do with smart dishwashers. Google wants to make smart dishwashers. They're already out and about. They talk to your fridge and they get certain analytics about your dishes. I'm not too sure, but that's where the main points of news are for dishwashers. But the top story was that dishwasher sales are actually up significantly as of August due to home restrictions and people doing home renos.
Oh, look at they also have the what do they call it? The bloody hygiene settings on the dishwashers, so you can like turn it up over 65 and like really get the COVID out of your dishes.
Sure.
Oh yeah, COVID setting.
COVID clean.
Yep.
Totally sterile.
I want my dishes to be not just cleaned normally. I want them to be cleaned COVID normally.
Yeah, there it is.
True. There it is.
And I'm willing to pay. I'm willing to pay a little bit extra. I'll pay the premium. If it's in the name of safety, I'll take my money.
Anything that works at this stage.
Look, we can do this. We can do this together.
Yeah, absolutely. Salty water. Dog saliva, I think, contains an element of disinfectant. Maybe we should employ that.
I must say on other dishwasher news that I'm up to 3 general dishwashings a day.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's way more going on for sure.
I don't know. Like I used to get changed 3 times a day. Now I do dishwashers 3 times a day.
Are you washing
you're
the
at
same
home for
dishes?
3.
Well, no, there's just always seems to be something to fucking load and unload.
I think your problem is you're at home 3 times as much now.
True. We're eating
dishes.
3 times as much food, I guess.
Just eat off waxed paper.
Yes, it's a good method. I do that with me pies.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
I'll just
That's a good idea.
Yeah, chuck it in the microwave for a good 3 or 4 minutes. I just did this before, boys and listeners, and then just straight onto the wax paper into the oven, just a small square.
Yep. Okay.
Bob's your uncle.
Okay.
Yep. Trendy restaurants are doing it. They serve your meal out on a bit of paper.
Do they really?
I've seen it. Yeah, not firsthand, but
I've heard about it.
I watch voyeuristic videos of people eating meals just on YouTube.
Going out, yeah.
It's from the perspective of a stalking waiter, and you're just there, kind of just motionless, just watching people eat their meals. It's a good way to pass your time. But I did notice that it was something to do with people went to a restaurant that was like an experimental restaurant that only showed up every now and then. One of the top chefs that makes meals for all these top restaurants, he trials meals at this restaurant, and he was serving shitload. It was just shit was coming out on paper left, right, and centre.
Okay. It's paper's the new plate. Is that your dogs barking in the back there, Jezbot?
Yeah, the doggos, I just try to turn my microphone down, but it's obviously going to bleed in. I think Cass is home, and I'm just hoping that she got me a can of beer. I didn't ask for one, but I reckon she might.
Well, I noticed that your volume went up then. You shouted that out a little bit more than just speaking level. Is she near the door?
That's why the dogs are barking, because they know she's there.
So I the other day I said to the kids, that they've done really well at school. I did all the parent-teacher interviews online, and I guess
so. You interviewed yourself.
Yeah, pretty
How does
much.
that
I was
work
just
out?
talking to myself as a mirror. Basically, I installed a mirror in the studio and talked to it. They're both straight A students, I guess. And so I said to the kids that they've been stuck in the house the whole time. So I did the old, you can get onto the internet and just buy one of whatever you want. Basically, Vanessa bought a pair of new shoes. Mason bought a
That's
Minecraft
very
toy.
generous.
Say again, Jez?
It's very generous.
Thank you very much. I'd just like to hear it twice.
Now, what was the budget?
Well, Mason went straight for I want an iPad, and I went, and then he said he wants a Nintendo Switch. I'm like, yeah, no.
Oh, jeez.
But I haven't bought myself anything. Do I? I think I've earned something. What should I buy? I don't want for anything, but I need a bit of advice.
Get another microphone. You seem to love it so much, you two. No, well, I look, man. Moccasins.
Moccasins. Okay.
It's spring, so
Do
I
I?
don't know. What about some
Well, because it's one of those
some
times where I
chlorine
go,
for your pool?
I can buy something completely unnecessary. So it can be a gadget. It could be a T-shirt. It could be a pair of shoes. Do you know what I mean? It could be an anything present for myself. But I just
Have
don't.
you thought about a drone?
The more meaningless, the better.
What I'd really like is an air rifle.
Ah, yes.
That's what I'd really like to do.
Or a EMP jammer.
Oh yeah.
They're sort of more handy against drones.
I could get myself something that I could play with on my 1 hour time out of a day. Thinking about buying a something vintage. I did request from you, Jezbot, that you made me this vintage lamp, a Frank Lloyd Wright vintage lamp.
Oh, yeah.
And
I said, send me the diagram. I'll see what I can do. And
well, there was
geez.
some instructions, right? I found it online. I went, oh well, there you could do it if you had the right wood. You could follow these instructions, and then I sent it to you, and yeah, you were like, it's a very deep project.
So, I mean, I've got a lot of time on my hands, but juice, I don't know about that one, Taco.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult, isn't it?
Get it 3D printed. Hey, get a 3D printer.
I think that's a bit too much.
Oh, you can get them cheap enough, I reckon, these days.
Aren't they like 10 grand?
Why-
Shouldn't I put that towards a property or something?
Why don't you just 3D print a 3D printer?
Can you do that?
Oh,
I think
no,
I think that's what they were saying. It's the first object that could, in essence, create itself.
Yeah, absolutely. They're training AIs to be able to repair themselves, and you combine that technology with the ability to recreate anything, and we're up at that's some power.
Sure is.
And look, until a 3D printer can get an opposable thumb, I'm not too worried.
Okay.
Because you really need a hand to put the screws together, to put the 3D printer. Yes, it can print all the components, but can it put it together?
Ah, true. Yeah. It just needs to work out
Or
a
could
way
it just print
to
a
print
small
it working.
one?
Yeah.
You will find that many manufacturing plants around the world have already been being replaced with robots for a very long time because they have far superior dexterity than we can achieve with our thumbs. So I think ultimately,
Oh, man.
Yeah, so
I've been
thumbs
playing
down.
Xbox a hell of a lot, and I've had to massage out my hands. Like they're
you've
getting
been
all
playing a lot
cramped.
of Xbox, Jez. I know that feeling.
Shit loads.
You're getting a twitch. I remember once I played video games too much, and I started getting a twitch at my thumb. I started looking it up on Google because I thought I was getting Parkinson's disease.
Oh, shit.
No.
My thumb was just twitching like without any instigation, and I looked into it, and it turns out it's a VGT. It's a video gamer's thumb.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that sort of sounded like it was chronic wank crank.
Yeah, that is.
I'm just
that is very
Xboxing.
common.
Oh, it's me thumbs. It's me thumbs. Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's right. Don't turn on the light.
I'm Xboxing in here.
Can you imagine like how, like through evolutionary faces are really important to us. There's so much of our brain, our neurological wiring is dedicated to recognizing faces and picking up on the subtle cues that they display to us. There's people
What's my face saying now?
that you need your nappy changed.
Yeah.
But the people that experience this mental disorder where they only see one person, and it's not that they lose the ability to recognize faces, it's that they just don't have extra special attention diverted to the faces. So the fact that we notice faces more than anything else is actually because we have more of our brain dedicated to picking up on the differences between that than, say, our brain can pick up on the differences between cups, say.
Is it like, wait, isn't it though just a convenient excuse for not being able to remember anyone's name? And it's a fake disease where you're sort of like, I can't remember anyone's face, man. I know I've met you 12 times. I just can't remember your names.
Yeah, well, you would think that, but people have different obviously different levels of connectivity in their brain to pick up with these different things. But people have a specific mental disorder where they actually don't recognize people. I remember knowing someone that got this mental disorder and they thought everybody was one of their friends. Everybody
Okay.
they saw,
Wow.
they thought it was this one girl. And they
Apparently,
ended up sorting it out.
Brad Pitt has that problem. You need a really good personal assistant that remembers everybody for you and then whispers in your ear who it is. It's Sean Connery. And then he's like,
that's handy if you've can afford an assistant to do that for you all the time. But my point was that, can you imagine like what all this attention to what Jez was talking about, our thumbs, over time is going to do to our evolution? And it's going to be a small skip in time because it's only going to be 10 years and we won't use our thumbs to do all the things that we do now, to play video games, to write text messages and whatnot.
hitchhiking, congratulating.
DJing.
Thanks to like people like Elon Musk and forerunners in AI and transhumanism, we're going to have things like Neuralink and whatnot. The thumbs, the middleman's going to be taken out, but there's going to be this evolutionary skip where people are going to be being born with like thumbs because they think we need them, we use them all the time, and then we're going to be in this generation of people that no longer needs them. We're going to have all these thumbs that are all dressed up and nowhere to go.
Jezbot?
Yeah, and I know that like Timmy Taco's thumbs are cranked before lockdown because of all the scratching and the DJ, especially when you're playing guitar. You used to have those crank like chicken leg bloody thumbs.
I get the
all
old
those crab
I get the
walks.
old bulge here just above my elbow with the guitar muscle, but it's dissipated now. I don't have it anymore.
Now, Sean, you've been cranking out the what do you call them? What do you call the guitar? The strings, the axes.
Yeah.
I generally call them guitars.
Right. Copy
and
that.
I have been pulling them out occasionally, having a bit of a strum-alum. I don't know if that's what they call it. I've been playing them.
I don't think so.
Recording
I've never
bits and
heard
pieces.
anyone call it strum-along. Never.
Okay. Hey boys, you want to have a bit of a jam? You know, a little bit of a strum-alum?
Strum-along?
Yeah.
Nah, I'll be right. No.
Come on. I got me opposing thumbs already for it.
Stop being a fucking wet blanket and get in here and have a strum-alum, would you?
Come and get a strum-alum, boys. All right, so on a completely
Okay, now
different topic,
Oh, God.
Jezbot, hold your tits there. So on a separate topic, I've got a bit of a game. Do you want to play a little bit of a game?
Oh, thank Christ, yeah.
Yeah, sure. It's a classic. It's a classic game. It's called What's That Movie? What's that movie? What's that film?
What my film?
What my film in the cave. So there's a bit of intro music there for you, and to get the game show feel. So I'm going to read out a bit of a description about the movie, and you're going to tell me what movie it is.
Roger that.
Jeremy's cutting his hand open with a pair of scissors.
No, just trying to get this splinter out. It's more interesting at the moment, but keep going.
So we're going to test
Right.
your
Is this one of your...
test your skills.
Have we done this before?
Yes, we have done this before. Shaunos, can you hear us?
Yep.
Oh, good. He's there. Good. All right. Are you ready? Grumpy emo chick ponders whether to shag a corpse or a dog over several years.
Turner and Hooch.
Oh, jeez. I don't know on this one. Like, we're going to have to... This is the warm-up round, so let me hear it, and then
Okay.
Is
I'll know
this
what
like
the hell...
it sounds to me like it's one of these teen heartthrob vampire sort of movies.
Correct.
Like, I haven't
Shaunos
seen-
is,
Twilight.
Shaunos is ahead of the game, Ram. Twilight. Correct. That's 10 points there for Shaunos
I'll write
Can I
that
just
down.
say,
on the
haven't
COVID board.
seen it.
Okay. Yeah. haven't seen it.
Neither have I, Jez. Neither have I.
This is
I'll,
in
I'll
Jez-
say that.
The next one's in Jezbot's ballpark, so to speak.
Ooh.
A group of men spend 9 hours returning jewellery.
Okay. All right.
Group of men
It's
spend 9 hours returning jewellery.
a
Returning.
heist movie. Star Wars.
It's a reversed heist. A reverse heist involving several men. Or is it one of Jezbot's home movies where it's several men somehow burying their jewels? in
Hey,
something?
you said that was not ever going to come on the pod.
It's not Family Jewels. So Jezbot, it's the game that you're playing. It's the game you're playing at the
Oh,
moment.
right, yeah, Jesus Christ. Lord of the bloody rings.
Yes, correct.
Do you know what the problem is? I haven't had
I
to
would never
use
have got that.
Really?
I haven't had to use my brains for about, I don't know, what is it, 6 months now?
Okay, what about this one? This is an old-timey classic. A Disney classic. Are you ready?
All right.
A guy that's alone in the forest kisses a dead body while 7 other guys watch.
Oh, yeah. Snow White.
Correct. Correct.
I thought it was 16 millimeter.
Oh, jeez.
That's right. All right, what about this one? Drug-addicted girl takes advantage of mentally challenged boy for 3 decades.
The Alan DeGeneres show.
No, but I like the way you're thinking.
So what-
I think that one's Forrest Gump.
Correct.
Jez is in front by a cool 20 points.
Oh, you keeping score over there? Okay.
I think so. He's either in front by 10 or 20. I'm not so sure.
This is a family favourite. Lunatic enslaves chocolate-making entertainers, then slowly kills children in front of parent.
That'd be
favourite.
Willie
Charlie and the Chocolate. Yeah, Charlie and the Chocolate.
There you go. You share a point for that. Okay.
Sweet.
This is how it all, the pitch meetings start. Your elevator pitch, they call it, where you've only got like a couple of floors to get your idea across. So, to the executive, to the producer, you go, billionaire beats up mentally ill people. What do you think? Yeah. All right, get back to me. Let me have your card.
But could you imagine doing a pitch on a Zoom meeting?
Oh, what, with all these bloody delays? Thanks, NBN.
Yeah, thanks
Bloody
for that.
Joker.
Hey, so there you go. There you go. Why don't you add up those?
I've got plus 26, and so it turns out that I've got Sean on 20 and Jez is on number one.
That's number one.
That's number one.
Yes, I got
That's
number one.
All right, excellent.
That's great.
Excellent.
Hey,
There you go.
I'll tell you what we did played with the family. I don't know if I've even talked about this. I probably did last week or the week before or whatever. Categories over Zoom.
Well,
That
'cause
seems to be a bit of fun.
Yeah, because we did try out the Yahtzee the other night. The three of us with our lovely wives, and Sean Oss, you displayed a couple of your best hats, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I tell you what makes Zoom meetings and playing Yahtzee over Zoom really fun with like 5 people is when one of you don't have dice at all, so you're using your phone with a dice app.
It did make it more fun, didn't it?
Well, yeah. At least you can see the dice as it happens. So roll it up to the screen. It makes it an interactive experience for everybody. It's like being there.
Yeah, it was you.
But we were trying to work out what the best game to play online was, because it did take a long time, upwards of 2 hours to play a full game. But what were you suggesting that we?
So Categories, it's we did it with the family. Categories is a game you need. You roll a dice that has, or you pick a number, and that's like a letter from the alphabet. So let's just say it's an M. Then you've got like a minute 30 or 2 minutes to go down the list of all these questions. It's like a boy's name, a drink, a country, a blah, 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 a yada, yada, that start with M.
Okay.
Right? That's what Categories
Mandarin.
is. But what you do is you change out, you swap
Mellow
out all
yellow.
There you go.
Malaysia.
There it is. What else you got?
Morris.
Rivet beer.
Mar-
I like this game.
Marigold.
I like this game. I think this is a game that people can get behind.
Yeah, so then it's like, it's a good minute 30 of silence while you're all thinking, so there's not back and forth and glitches. Then you read out your answers. Spelling doesn't matter as long as it starts with the letter. It's an honest system. You correct your own answers. But just swap out all the boring questions with some spicier ones, like a sex move. That's all I got.
That's a bit saucy.
That's
This
as
is like
spicy
the
as you
Cards
get.
Against Humanity version of Categories.
There you go. There it is.
I think that would be called Scattered Grizz.
I see what you did. Ooh.
I actually wanted to do it as a side podcast.
Okay.
Like if we had a Twitch site or whatever. Now all the kids are doing that kind of stuff. We could play Categories every week, and you could play at home.
Okay.
play
there you
along.
go. I'll play along. Are we up to Pussy's Bow in Pitch That Bitch?
Yeah. Look, you called me the other day and said, right, totally need to reinvent my industry. What do you got?
Yeah,
You got
that's
5
right.
minutes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I did do that, but I want to start a podcast called "I Told You So."
Yeah, cool. But you have to do 5 years of it before you get to start to say, I told you so.
Yeah, right. No, it's just like beard manicure. Told you so. What are those glasses that aviators? Told you so.
Yeah.
No?
So
DJing.
what you every
told you so.
week. So is it a 2-part sort of podcast where you say at the start of the week you just name things like aviators,
Okay, yeah.
beard massage, and then
Jamie
what,
Oliver
you wait,
lamb backstrap.
Teflon pots. What do you? And then what? And then what? Next week you go.
No, then I get to say "I told you so," and that's what
when?
you're tuning in for.
When though? When it becomes a thing, yeah.
When it
This
becomes
is
a
like
thing.
the QAnon for just everyday things. Just like
Well, the first 25 episodes of me just listing shit, and then the second
so
25
you go-
episodes is relisting it with all the things that I can say "I told you so" attached to it. What do you think?
All right, I'll do it just here at the desk I'm at, right? I'll just pull up. I got scissor lips, right? That's the.
Stop.
I got.
Did you say scissor list? Here's a pair of scissors. Told you so.
told you so.
I said
What do you got? Sticky tape? I got sticky.
masking tape magnets.
Here's some masking tape. Told you so.
No, but you can't just say one thing. You've got to make a product out of it.
I've got one. Notepad bubble wrap.
Notepad.
There you go.
Notepad bubble wrap. Told you so.
Told you so.
I actually had that right next to me. Do you know? It really works. It really works. So yeah,
I told you so. Okay, well, I like it, man. I think that's the best thing that's come out of this conversation so far. Better than the microphones.
oh yeah, better than microphone pitch. Yeah, great.
That was purely unsponsored as well. That was we did that out of the kindness of our own hearts.
Yeah, that's right.
But you never know what listeners, they're starting their own podcast, no doubt. They want to know why our voices sound so bloody deep,
So
and
bloody
rich. and
Now,
bloody.
I wanted to.
Some of it's genetics, some of it's the microphones.
I looked into what happened on this day today, and in 1965's the Beatles went to number one with "Help."
If I'm not mistaken, today's September 11th.
Yeah.
Well, we weren't going to mention
I
it.
thought you would have.
So yeah, we're not
I thought
going
you
to
would
mention
have
it.
leapt off with that.
So, but ironically, on the same day, several years later, as the
You're the one
Beatles.
mentioning the day. You're
No,
the one
don't.
going on about things that happened on this day.
Shut up now. No, it's just a music comparison that on the same day, several years later, "Hey Hey We're the Monkeys" was released. Wasn't the Monkeys a pseudo Beatles band? Isn't that who they were emulating in every way, shape, and form?
No, I think it was one of your first professional boy bands.
Oh, was it?
I think they were all put together to the American version.
monkey around.
Yeah, look, I mean,
Yeah.
look.
So there you go. So on the same day, the
But
Beatles,
you're right, yeah.
the Beatles and Hey Hey the Monkeys, and nothing else happened today. So there you go. It's a bit of a
Nothing
quiet
of
day across the
significance
field.
anyway.
We're
Do
talking
you want
about
to do
quite
a
funny.
aliens.
a role playing?
What, when you put us in an awkward
I think
position
it's
and
called-
make us do voices for your own entertainment?
I think it's
pretty
called make-em-ups. No, again, this is how you do. This is how you do.
France.
Call out a city. A city's not. Like Paris. All right, I see who I'm dealing with here. A job.
Librarian.
Okay, a librarian in Paris or indoors. Okay, the
And
setting's
a
not so.
wait,
whatever.
and a celebrity, Sean Connery. Okay, so Sean Connery walks into the
Yeah, there you go. Excuse me, miss. No, I'll start. Me, miss. Do you know where the Kama Sutra is?
I might be a humble librarian, but I sound just like you. it's I'm Sean. I'm Sean Connery, the librarian.
I'm Sean Connery, the sex addict.
Okay. Well, let me just tell you a little bit about books. The books keep falling on my head. I guess I have my shelf to blame.
Do you want to see my Dewey Decimal System?
I can see it hanging out of your pants. It's not for us. It's not for us. But what is for us is...
He's gone. He's hung up on us. He's hung up on us.
Oh. He's just cut out.
getting-
Go on, let's talk about him.
It's getting worse.
What do
Yeah.
you think about his Sean impersonation? It's getting worse. Yeah. That's what I thought. I think he needs to stick to wheelhouse.
I liked his Christopher Walken.
I know he has
personally.
some good accents. For Walken, that's where he's good.
sorry.
He's back.
I'm back. Sorry. It kicked me off, but is it going to kick you guys off?
No.
What about...
It will soon. It must have been because you started it, so your timer is going quicker than ours.
Okay.
It was ahead of ours.
So
Shit
what
show.
about...
It's a fucking shit show.
What about Christopher Walken walks into a library and Sean Connery is the
Okay.
librarian? How about that?
And for some
Speak of
reason
the
they're in...
devil and the
No,
devil
let's just not
appears.
do it.
That's
Let's
right.
just
Devil
not
that
do
wears
it.
Prada.
Well, I'll tell you what. Sean Enough did a Jim Morrison quote before we started to fire us up. And it was... Sean?
You spotted me out. I'm done for plagiarism. I wanted all credit for that. No, that was definitely a Jim Morrison thing, but I only said it because I felt like I thought the aesthetic of saying it was appropriate at the time more than anything.
Give me the bloody quote, will you?
Is everybody in? Is everybody in? The ceremony is about to begin.
Yeah.
But I think I said it a bit more
it's about-
emulated. But, you know,
Anyway,
like...
let's...
We in the podcast over this, you know, we struggle to find things to talk about in these unprecedented times. But one thing that we have always talked about is future technology.
Yep.
You know, and talked about, you know, like the fruition of Beyond 2000 really never came to effect. It felt a bit of a letdown for the future. Things that we weren't getting that we thought we definitely would by now. You know, the standard things, the hoverboards, maybe the little pizzas that turn into big pizzas.
Yeah.
But definitely one thing on the list was flying cars. And I've read something recently that suggests that they are becoming a reality.
Yeah.
Well, they're basically like four prop drones that you sit in the middle of. But they're rolling them out in some Asian countries as of 2023. Flying cars, flying taxis.
Well, there you go. Because I thought at some stage they were even whispering about Melbourne being on the list of a trial.
Uber. Yeah, Uber had some
would
sort
you
of thing
would you
going.
trust getting into one of those? It seems strange to have something that they don't have human trials for, and then they just try them on humans. It just seems weird.
Hey man, if look, I'm usually thinking about safety, and I don't think I would go up into the little helicopter of hell. But
That's exactly
Going
what
through
they
all-
look like, Jez. They really
Going
look
through
like
this-
little helicopters of hell.
But going through this at the moment, I would get behind a speedboat on a slalom ski, or even behind a biscuit.
Yeah,
You know, in the biscuit behind a boat,
a soggy biscuit,
just
if
to
you will.
feel,
Yeah.
not a soggy one, but just to feel something again.
Just to
Okay.
feel alive. I
Yeah.
jumped in the bay last week. It was quite cold. The sun was out. It was a nice enough day. The aesthetic was there to sort of trick me into it, but it was cold, and I did that for the same reason, just to feel a little bit of
Yeah,
just
okay.
to feel alive.
Well, that's good.
And I'd like to say that, you know, these flying cars, I think you'll go back to episode, I don't know, COVID, something.
Yeah.
I think I was talking about how it's really good now for Amazon delivery drones. Let's just say that comes in now. There's no traffic. There's no pedestrians. There's very little helicopters or planes going around. No
It's the best
light
time
aircraft.
to try it. Yeah, you're right.
Perfect time to test the system.
Okay.
Absolutely. A bit of less air traffic on the helicopters though. There's two new ones in the sky and a new plane that Victoria Police just purchased for $43.5 million.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, we did it. We did it.
Look up.
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
wondering where all
I
our
can't-
money went. Yeah.
Oh, well, but they will no doubt look spectacular in the skies.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll be watching our every goddamn move.
And I'm sure UFO sightings will go up, up, up.
Yeah, but back in the day, it used to be like for example, Batman would have all the gadgets, you know, but it's like, you know, one superhero shouldn't have all the gadgets, don't you reckon?
Yeah, well,
You shouldn't have a monopoly on gadgets.
No.
Did you hear? Well, it's back into the vigilantes' hands, Tim. Because did you hear what this one? Did you see this one?
Yeah.
The pilot in America spotted to the left of his plane a guy in a jetpack at sort of like 30,000 feet.
Wait, was it an II net ad?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Just filming.
Yeah, that was
Super
just
fast
funny.
broadband speeds.
Yeah. It's fast and unreliable like all other internets.
like all jetpacks.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So what?
Ken
He was.
Bruce has gone completely mad.
He has gone completely mad.
IINet. It's like a jetpack. Lasts for about 30 minutes and you come crashing down. I've got nothing.
Yeah, but you know, like it's similar to like how they, you know, when they test off spacesuits and spacewalks, they do it underwater. When you're underwater, is there less gravity? Is that how it works?
There is less gravity underwater. It's not the same as the moon, but it's not zero gravity, but it's like 0.1 whatever gravity underwater.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that the weight of it all, like, prepares you for deep space, deep space walks.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Because I was looking at.
It's actually the opposite. The opposite. You have that negative air pressure in space, a vacuum.
Okay.
But it definitely does test the same things because you're dealing with shit has to be airtight and you have to have your air pressure and all that all sorted out.
Yeah. So I was just. So I was just going to ask you about when you're doing a spacewalk and you got the pressure of negative space. Do you need air in the suit to stop the suit from crushing? Like, why doesn't your suit crush in space?
It would have air pressure.
I think they're
regulators
pressurized.
within
Yeah, they're
the suit.
pressurized.
That's why they're so large. It's
Okay.
like
And
the
cost
same.
a
The same
bloody
applies
fortune.
underwater. There's only so far you can go down before you have to start mixing helium with your oxygen because it helps. There comes a point where air pressure, your blood doesn't oxygenate properly or something, and it has lots of effects. Besides the crushing effects, it has other effects.
Yeah, and then you get onto the David Blaine stuff, and he's trained himself to hold his breath for bloody ages because he knows how to purge the CO2, and I think, you know, you almost need gills. I think gills are the way to go.
Okay.
Yeah, like Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
100%.
He had gills, didn't he?
Okay, pitch that.
Mad Max.
You just say,
meets.
yeah, Fishman Mad Max.
Yeah.
$52 million loss.
Man's long life regret of parents being the committers of bestiality turns out to be a good thing in post-apocalyptic circumstances.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, right.
What about this? Mad Max in the desert, but not that, but with water.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see it. And look, let's hope it's on Netflix soon enough.
That's not soon enough.
That's what I wanted to hear. Thanks for listening. Look, we took a 2-week break. Shit is crazy in Melbourne, but we don't really want to talk about it. So we had to gather our shit together before we went back on air. That's us right here, right now.
is.
Well, it
feels
it's very
good to
hard
be
not
back.
to talk about, isn't it, really?
Oh,
It's
that's
near impossible.
We say,
And we present
that's why
all
we
this
took-
good humour, not from a stance of ignorance, like don't worry about what's going on. It's that this is not the forum. This is not the place to talk about it. We're jumping the turnstile.
and
Just get
having
over
said
it.
that, let me say this. I'm Timmy Taco.
Yeah. I'm Jezbot.
And I'm Sean Enough.
All right, keep jumping. It's an order. All right. Okay.
Well, it only took 50 episodes to get to the catchphrase, but we did it.
They hop, they duck, they climb. They go through 2 at a time.
Jumping the turnstile. Jump the turnstile.
Jump the turnstile.
Leap over the turnstile.
Hop over the turnstile. That technique. Jumping the turnstile.
And it's no small thing.
People have jumped the turnstile.
I definitely jumped the turnstile. Jumping
The turnstile.
I definitely would do it once, twice. I would do it over again.
Whenever I believe I have to do it, but I do it, I get away with it.
Because there was no one there, so I figured it'd be just easier to jump the turnstile.
I've jumped some fairs in my day.
I definitely jumped the turnstile a few times. Jumping.
Turnstile, instead of just paying the $2.25.
That good technique, I pull the turnstile back. Like that, boom, boom. My upper body is not moving, just my leg.
Jump the turnstile.
Jump the turnstile.
The turnstile. We are the antibacterial wipes. This don't even look sanitary.